climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant. And as most of you know by now, Rockstar has more or less come out and confirmed that they're no longer going to be giving Red Dead Online big proper updates. Instead, it'll continue to be more of the same monthly events with new Telegram missions coming soon, I suppose. And this is unfortunately where we are at the end of the road for Red Dead Online. A very incomplete game that started off with a lot of potential and false promises by Rockstar Games. Now, if you go over to Rockstar's website, rockstargames.com/Red Dead Online, this is what it says. Step into the vibrant, ever-evolving world of Red Dead Online. Ever-evolving my ass. Instead, I would suggest this, Rockstar. Step into the incomplete world of Red Dead Online. I've been playing Red Dead Online since it launched as a beta back in late November 2018, over 3 years ago. The beta itself was obviously incomplete, had a lot of issues. Despite its flaws, I did fall in love with this game, and I had high hopes, like so many of you, that Rockstar was going to continue to support Red Dead Online for years to come. Unfortunately, 3 years later, that did not turn out to be the case. In 2018, we had faith in Rockstar because they had continued to support GTA Online since it launched back on October 2013 for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Since then, they've continued to update GTA Online all the way up to PS4, Xbox One, PC, and now on PS5 and Xbox Series. The same cannot be said for Red Dead Online. At the start, there were no roles, no properties except for the camp, no heist or robberies, no creator mode, no Rockstar editor, no different lobby types, and most of that remains to be the same 3 years later. We started off the game with Land of Opportunities. That remains incomplete. The Davies twins, which teased a horse-selling business somewhere down the road in Red Dead Online, incomplete. The ability to own properties, and we know that there was plans for properties because of the data miners nearly 2 years ago discovered code for future properties. The ability to buy and own properties in Red Dead Online, incomplete. Future heists and robberies, the ability to rob banks, trains, stagecoaches, etc., incomplete. Additional minigames from Red Dead Redemption 2. We got Texas Hold'em Poker many years ago, but we never got Blackjack, Dominoes, or Five Fingers. Incomplete. A creator mode or Rockstar editor. With the creator mode, we could make our own races, call to arms survivals, gun rushes, other PvP modes to continue adding our own content to Red Dead Online, very similar to how it's been in GTA Online for many years now, and a Rockstar editor so that we could have awesome screenshots, photos, even make some pretty sweet short videos, machinimas, like spaghetti-esque westerns inspired by Outlaw Josie Wells, Man with No Name Trilogy, Unforgiven, and numerous other Wild West movies and TV shows throughout the decades. We could have been inspired via the Rockstar editor. The lack of a creator mode and Rockstar editor is another prime example how Red Dead Online remains incomplete. Eventually, we did get some roles. We got the trader role, bounty hunter role, collector role, moonshiner role, as well as a naturalist role. But the promise of these roles being expanded upon, with the exception of bounty hunter, I suppose, also remains incomplete, even though there was a wide variety of ideas out there from myself and many others within the Red Dead Online community for future roles. Lawman, Wrangler, Rancher, Prospector, Business Owner, Robber Baron, etc. The vision for future roles in Red Dead Online, incomplete. Fixing known issues, glitches, and bugs, incomplete. But they'll patch Bouncy Bridge as well as ways to get outside the map, except for the slide method across the San Luis. Fortunately, they were never able to patch that, so we can still venture around the incomplete Mexico. Sadly, I don't think we're ever going to get a Mexico expansion, but that was just a pipe dream. But still, Mexico is a prime example of how incomplete Red Dead Online is. And what's really sad about this is some time ago, Rockstar went from having Red Dead Online as quote-unquote free, along with the purchase of Red Dead Redemption 2. By the way, Red Dead Redemption 2 is an amazing, awesome 60-hour game. Great characters in Arthur Morgan and supporting characters, great story. We're not talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. That is a complete game. The big difference here is Red Dead Online eventually got sold as a standalone game. They started off with $5 for the first few months. Then they jacked the price up to $20. Recently, they dropped it down for a couple weeks for $10, but now the price is back up to $20 US. And they're still selling gold bars in the store in Red Dead Online, despite this being an incomplete online game. On the other hand, back in 2015, when Rockstar finally added heists in March 2015, it actually made GTA Online feel complete. Plus, the PlayStation 3 and 360 versions got 2 more updates in Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 and 2 before Rockstar ended the live service on those platforms. 5 years later, unfortunately, Rockstar did finally shut down the servers for the original GTA Online, but continues to update GTA Online on PS4, Xbox One, PC, and now PS5, Xbox Series to this day. Sadly, the same cannot be said about Red Dead Online, whereas a similar game that came out around the same time as Red Dead Online, Fallout 76, Bethesda's live service online version of Fallout, also had a very rocky start, very similar to Red Dead Online beta. The difference is Bethesda continued to update and support Fallout 76, including most recently, I think there's a new expansion coming out, The Pit. Fallout 76 feels like a far more complete online live service game than Red Dead Online. And I'll even cite a few more examples of games that didn't start off so well but continue to be updated over the past several years. No Man's Sky, Sea of Thieves, Star Wars Old Republic, Star Trek Online, Fortnite, Fall Guys, Rocket League, Crew 2 is also getting a new update, Dead by Daylight, all continue to get supported with quality of life improvements and updates, while Red Dead Online remains incomplete. The last legitimate update that we got for Red Dead Online was probably 2 years ago with a Naturalist update. That was the last official new role that we got. And a lot of people really didn't care for the Naturalist role. When we first got into this Wild West game, none of us envisioned going around sedating animals, sampling them, only to get sprayed in the face by some crazy rich girl. But yeah, Naturalist was the last role and update that we technically got, because in December 2020, all we actually got was an expansion to the Bounty Hunter role and some new skins for the Turkmen. The Turkmen breed is one of my favorite breeds in the game, don't get me wrong, but those are just some new coats for a pre-existing breed of horse in Red Dead Online. Then, nearly a year ago, July 13th, 2021, all we really got was an expansion to Stranger Missions with blood money. It also included Capitale, another currency in the game. We got cash, gold, roll tokens, and now Capitale. And the sad reality is, it's a MacGuffin. You really don't use it for anything at all. It'd be one thing if Rockstar would have added unique content that you could purchase with the Capitale, but it's just a MacGuffin at best. And if there is one positive about Red Dead Online in 2021, it was Call to Arms, a pretty decent survival mode. We had the regular Call to Arms, and then around Halloween, we have All Hallow Call to Arms. And then in December 2022, we had the seasonal Call to Arms. And the final pass that we ever got in Red Dead Online with Halloween Pass 2. Originally, we used to get weekly events in Red Dead Online. Then around November 2021, it went from weekly to bi-weekly to then monthly events all the way up to present day. And as a response, we had the hashtag Save Red Dead Online movement, which did trend on the social medias. It was covered by myself and many other Red Dead Online creators, big and small, as well as several gaming sites, but Rockstar never responded to hashtag Save Red Dead Online until more or less recently with the GTA Online, Red Dead Online community update. I did go over this a few days ago, but I'm going to go over again in this rant video. As a result, we're in the process of making some changes on how we support Red Dead Online, with new and experienced players engaging the wealth of activities What a crock. Already added to this massively rich world, including only 5 specialist roles, incomplete story-based cooperative missions like Land of Opportunities, competitive showdowns where people just spam the tonics as well as explosive incendiary rounds along with the ability cards and Deadeye, and not much more. They will continue to do monthly events and not updates in Red Dead Online for the foreseeable future, for less and less players to enjoy as more players continue their exodus from Red Dead Online, alongside several special seasonal events that they'll just bring back year after year, like the Halloween content and then the seasonal call to arms and the snow in December, plus the lack of other changes to de-hance. I know that's technically not a word, but we're going with the opposite of enhance here in order to maintain lack of health to Red Dead Online's environment. Instead of updates, they're just going to add some new Telegram missions this year, rather than delivering major themed content and properties, roles, and quality of life title updates like in previous years, which is what continued to bring more and more people to Red Dead Online. They're abandoning Red Dead Online for monthly events, as well as the same old in Halloween and the same old in December with the snow and new Telegram missions. Whoop-de-doo, Rockstar. The sad reality is Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption multiplayer feels way more complete than Red Dead Online. In case you don't know, Red Dead Redemption multiplayer was the free online version of Red Dead Redemption 1. It's basically the proto Red Dead Online, but there were things for you to do in Red Dead Redemption multiplayer, such as ranking up, unlocking a variety of characters to choose from to play as, and each character has unique taunts. You can unlock mounts, weapons, titles. There was free mode activities like gang hideouts, land grab, PvPing against other players, and free roam are in PvP modes. 3 different lobby types, whereas Red Dead Online only has 1 lobby type. There's hunting grounds, undead overrun where we actually got to fight waves and waves of zombies, horse races, co-op missions for players wanting a little bit more of a challenge. We also had poker, liar's dice, whereas we only have poker in Red Dead Online. And we also had a prestige in-game goal for players. Pass into legend up to 5 times. The difference in Red Dead Online is that there is no goal because the game is incomplete. If only Red Dead Redemption multiplayer would have been the foundation for Red Dead Online instead of the incomplete hot mess Rockstar has left us with. No thanks to their lack of vision, commitment, dedication, and inability to listen as well as understand. They even had a freaking feedback page, which plenty of us gave them all the feedback they needed to make awesome, amazing content for Red Dead Online. So many of us made videos, as well as tweeted our ideas to Rockstar and left those ideas in the comments section of their videos. And once again, it's painfully obvious that Rockstar is terrible at communicating with their fans, whether it's Red Dead, GTA, etc., because they didn't even bother reading or listening or taking our ideas that we freely gave them in tweets, comment sections, and videos for how they could add content and improve Red Dead Online. Instead, they chose to continue milking GTA Online in order to get that shard card money, as well as GTA Plus scam and the milked edition for PS5, Xbox Series, instead of giving GTA fans a free upgrade from PS4, Xbox One to PS5, Xbox Series, like other studios do for their games. And their final excuse for why they're no longer going to be supporting Red Dead Online is hilarious, because they're focusing on the next GTA game. If you really wanted to focus on the next GTA game, Rockstar, why have you spent over 8 years milking GTA Online? You're one of the largest studios in the world with nearly 4,000 employees and studios from Scotland, California, Australia, and other places here and there, and you could have easily had a team dedicated to content for Red Dead Online. Be it nowhere near as big as the team for GTA Online, but under proper love, care, communication, and dedication, Red Dead Online could have been a success in its own right. It was never going to be as big as GTA Online or financially successful, but it could have done good enough and made enough money for Rockstar and Take-Two, Daddy, Sam Houser, and Strauss Zelnick in order to justify content continuing to be made for Red Dead Online. I already cited plenty of other games that didn't start off so well, but the difference is those studios believed in those games and continued to add content and updates to those games, and now they're doing much better now than when they did at launch. Sadly, the same cannot be said about this game. And Red Dead Online is now, thanks to Rockstar and Take-Two, truly dead.